Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about this Canik TP9 the Elite Combat, and this is my buddy's carry gun, one of them. He's got a smaller gun that he carries, Smith & Wesson Shield, and then he's got this one. This one has a Holosun 407 CO, which is it's like an 8 MOA open circle, pretty cool dot. It was actually mine. And when I switched to the open circle reticle, the 32 MOA, and I got the 507C, I sold this one to him. And so he's running it with this dot, and this is his main carry gun, along with this this holster that it came with. So if you're not familiar, these are made and imported from Century Arms. And they are considered a budget gun, and for what you are getting for the price, it's just a fantastic option. It is a striker fired. You've got a blacked out rear with a fiber optic front. Now, unfortunately, when you put the red dot on, you take off the rear iron. But still have the option of co-witnessing. I'll say co-witness. You can see the front fiber optic through the window fairly easily. So if the dot did go off for whatever reason, you can still see that front and use that front to run front side only if you needed to. You know, do I care that it's a Turkish gun? No, I don't. I am a strong believer in the Second Amendment, and I believe as an American that any law-abiding person who wants to exercise their rights should have the option. And if this is a reliable, affordable pistol, right? That's you know, it's a good option for many people, and that's one of the things that I'll discuss. Is what a good option this is for somebody who is looking for a gun but doesn't necessarily want to spend a lot of money getting it the way they want it. For example, when you get a Glock, you have to change out the sights. You most likely, the Gen 5s have much better triggers, but you'll most likely want to switch up the trigger shoe. If you don't like the plastic, you'll definitely want to switch up the trigger shoe. You might end up having to get a different stippling option or a different texturing option, okay? And this gun comes with all those options. This gun comes standard with this magwell right here, interchangeable back straps. It's got a lot of options that you would have to buy in addition to with, say, another striker fired gun, something like a Glock or an M&P. First thing I did when I got this gun was I zeroed the red dot. Just wanted to make sure it was on. When I zero a red dot, what I will typically do is I will shoot 3 rounds, go and confirm where I'm hitting, come back, make my adjustments, shoot 3 more rounds. With this gun, I was stacking my shots. So I shot 3, only saw 1 or like 2 bullet holes were like touching. I was like, wait a second, I shot 3 shots, but I'm only counting 2. Did I miss one? Surely I didn't miss one when I was stacking the other ones. Went back, shot 4. This trigger is such a great trigger. Smooth pull, really crisp break. Reminds me of even nicer than my Overwatch Precision Glock trigger, my Gen 5 19. Just an absolute fantastic trigger. Better than the trigger that I have my carry gun now is the Shadow Systems DR920. I have a 6-pound. I've modified a little bit with a 6-pound spring and a lightened connector, like a minus connector, so to lighten the pull. And it's just a great trigger, but this one also is better. So what I was noticing was putting 4 shots when I was zeroing it, putting 4 shots just to make sure that I was getting a good count, because I was keyholing my shots is essentially what I was doing. That's the kind of accuracy I was getting with this gun. Once I got it zeroed, I was working from the holster. I was drawing, shooting 1, drawing and shooting 2, and I just fell in love with this trigger. After I was working from the holster, shooting 1, draw, shoot 1, draw, shoot 2, I then went to the 7-yard line and I was running bill drills just to see, you know, with a brand new gun, was I keeping my splits low? Typically about a 0.2 split, which I know is not blazing fast, but you know, it is what it is. So I was running I typically will run a 0.2, 0.21 split at a bill drill. Take this gun, was drawing it from the holster, drawing it from concealment. Everything I do is from concealment. I don't compete. I take classes, but I'm not a competitor of any sort. But you know, what you see is what you get with me. So when I carry, this is how I carry 365 days a year. When I show up for classes, this is how I show up. So when I'm running a gun, when I'm putting it through its paces, I have the MSP, the Modern Samurai Project Tier 1 concealment holster that runs off the TLR1. So I put the TLR1 on here, as you'll see in the videos, and I'm coming out of concealment. I'm running bill drills. Drawing this took me a few because the grip angle is a little bit different than the one that I run. But once I was drawing, presenting, and the dot was falling in just like normal, like it normally would after a few times running it, I was running my bill drills. My times were just as fast, 2.5, 2.6. I believe there was one that might have been a 2.7 something, but most of them were in the 2.4s and 2.5 times. And boy, the trigger on this, once again, the reset's really, really nice. There's a little bit of pull. It's a smooth pull. There's a little bit of pull to the wall. Wall is super crisp, and then the reset is super nice. So I had no issues running fast bill drill times with this gun. I did have one failure to feed. It was really a lock back. It wasn't a fail to feed. It was a slide lock with a round still in the magazine. I'm almost certain that was my grip. I just made note of it to make sure that my grip was not an issue. This one has an extended magazine release. And when I first started shooting, I thought that might be an issue where I would be pressing the magazine. And only one time did it happen. What I was noticing was my hand, this was catching the meat of my hand, of my support hand, and I was able to use that to actually help control the recoil. The grip texturing on here is, I mean, there is some texturing, but it's not a whole lot. It's pretty smooth. And so again, if this were my gun, I would throw some texturing on it. I handle it grips, and probably switch out this mag release, put in a regular as opposed to the extended one. I do believe it comes with it out of the box. I wish I knew, and I wish I could tell you, but I don't. I didn't get the box with all the goodies. I got this gun as he carries it with the 2 magazines that it comes with. One is a 15, one is a 15 with a +3 base plate. So I did have one. I had the slide lock back. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I think it was my grip technique. I have a really high support hand grip. I think I caused it to lock back on one time, and then one time I had the magazine release pressed as I was marrying my hands, and the magazine dropped. So of all the times that I shot it, it only happened once. I would switch it out personally, but I understand why my buddy keeps his on there. It is a very easy to press. I don't have to switch my grip, just press, and the magazine falls freely. I then moved to 10-yard line and was just drawing and shooting single shots from 10 yards. Just curious how quickly I could do that out of the holster. And most of my times were about 1.5 seconds or so. So very consistent with, you know, my normal carry gun. My time goes anywhere from 1.3 to 1.7, depending on if I'm getting my A-zone hits or not. I felt really good at this point because this thing was shooting great. I was really liking the trigger. To see how well I shoot a gun at 10 yards, go to 10 yards, and I will shoot a drill where I shoot 10 shots within 10 seconds at 10 yards on a B8 target. So I ran that drill. I was able to shoot those 10 shots. Most were in the 10 and 9 ring. I had 3 shots that were in the 8 ring. So everything was inside the 8 ring. And I did have 3 shots that were outside the 9 that were in the 8 ring, but everything was within the circle, within the target. And my time was a 7.99. So it was a very easy 10 shots at 10 yards within that B8, piece of cake. This gun does like to shoot. I would like to say almost 100% reliability. I think the issue I had with the slide stop was I induced that myself with my support hand. But essentially, guys, my takeaway from this, what this gun reminds me of is a Glock 19 with a really nice trigger. That is what this gun shoots like. With a little bit more aggressive stippling. This gun will have minimal recoil. Fantastic trigger means that you're going to be getting very accurate shots. If you're somebody who is interested in a gun that you can run right out of the box and not have to do any tinkering with, maybe you want to throw a red dot on there. It comes with the plates. It's optic ready out of the box with a very nice trigger. It's got this nice Cerakote color that I really like. It comes with a metal guide rod. I mean, there's not much about this gun that needs to be done other than maybe adding the red dot. Even if you don't like the red dots and you're an iron shooter, it comes with fiber optic sights, and it's got replacement fiber optics. So you've got a year or so worth of shooting right here. It's just a really nice gun. As you can see, the slide release on here is more of that pyramid style design that I really, really like. It's not that extended one that I was having trouble with on my first review. All right, this is really one of my favorite slide releases, and it's an ambi. All right, so just a fantastic gun. Comes with a holster, so you literally are ready to run this out of the box. This holster, I do believe, is swappable. So even though it's set for inside the waistband here, if you wanted it outside the waistband, you can just switch the clips around and carry it that way. For what you get with this gun, the value is amazing. I do, in fact, recommend this gun to people who want something sub $500 that they don't have to do a lot of work to get it the way they want it. This gun, fantastic trigger out of the box, good enough texturing out of the box, but hey, what's $20 to add some more if you decide you want that? Good sights out of the box, comes with the plates if you decide you want to throw a red dot on there. It's got replaceable fiber optic sights, so if your fiber optics You know, if you decide that you want to change the color, it's got green, it's got red. Comes with a mag well. I mean, this gun really is ready to run right out of the box. So a fantastic option for the price. This is probably going to be the gun I recommend to people who are budget oriented shooters, want a gun that they can run right out of the box, and something $500, sub $500, $400. I do believe he got this one for $399, and with what you get, it's such a good deal. I know I've said that 2-3 times now, but it is an amazing deal. I highly recommend this gun. I am a Glock shooter or Glock clone type shooter. Shadow Systems is what I've been running for the past year. Love the gun, love the ability to change the angles. I can completely understand why people, even who aren't on budgets, like my buddy who this gun belongs to, he's got money to spend on guns. He doesn't want to because of the trigger on this gun. So I completely get it. I understand now why people who like Caniks feel very strongly about them. The triggers are fantastic. It has been a reliable gun. I highly recommend this one. If you're looking for something to conceal, the Canik TP9 Elite Combat should be a consideration for you. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one.